Ready, set, go. Let's hope nothing desyncs, but I won't be surprised if it does. So going in that water, in that little pool of water, you actually end up losing frames by going down there. The thing is I wanted to use Bounce Lizard to get on top of the platforms right up here, but I didn't know that that wasn't gonna be the use. So right here, because I went in the water, I actually ended up losing frames. So if I would have switched to swimming like I do here, because you're forced to switch to swimming, I would have gained like, let's say 10 frames or so. But I didn't know about the whole RNG manipulation thing, and I sure as hell wasn't going to redo everything. And then right here, if you compare this fight to what the current task is for the any %, I'm actually losing 1 frame, because they made the rabbit sit down. Wait.
Hi there!
They made the rabbit sit down, in like 34 frames. Versus my 35, something like that. I'm losing 1 frame for sure. So apparently I already did the very first split 17 seconds faster, which is not what I was expecting. So obviously the 1450 is gonna be way below now. That's crazy, man. It is nice to know that this run can obviously be below 15 minutes, which is not what I was expecting, to be honest. But it's really nice to see, because obviously that's the new threshold, is how can we make it under 15 minutes? Obviously right now it can be under 15 minutes. It's just a matter of getting good RNG to happen, mainly on bosses, not so much in overworld. But once I see this new time, depending on how much time I'm saving, I'll definitely improve my current time stat as of right now. Assuming it doesn't desync at the very end, which it most likely will. Because I was not expecting a 17-second time save right at the start. Have I played 20XX? I have, yeah, I've beaten it several times. It's a lot easier than it should be. I also have a theory that, that the water snake actually moves faster when you're on the right side. Like when it comes to splashing. But that's just a theory, because it looks like it's going faster because you're on the right side, but it might just be going the exact same speed even if you're on the left side. But yeah, I've played 20XX. It's really fun, but it just seems like it's way easier than it needs to be. Like, it didn't take me that long to both get all of the items and beat the game several amount of different times. Obviously you have the challenges, but like, if you want to compare 20XX with Binding of Isaac, freaking Binding of Isaac, like 20XX doesn't even compare, period.
Hi there!
0 seconds, hey! So getting through this section right here is such a pain. Please don't desync. Also, you can kill the frog boss anytime you want. It can be in the beginning of the run, it can be at the end of the run, it can be anywhere in between the beginning and the end. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is if you do it in the beginning, you can pick up any checkpoints you want, and if you do it anywhere... If you do it anywhere in between that isn't the last one, then you can't pick up any of the checkpoints, and if it's the final one, then you can pick up any of the checkpoints. Never beat it though? Yeah, it's really easy. I've played it, I'm pretty sure I played it with the blue dude and the red dude. But I can't remember, like it's just been so long. Like, it's a lot of fun, but it's really easy. Like, you don't even need to try and you can beat it. So, I got a 5-second time save there. Or a 4-second time save. Okay, so I got a 6, 7, and then 11. Let's compare it to the best possible time. It would make a lot more sense. So that's already a 14:39. And I was saying under 14:50. That's a lot of time. I'll be surprised if it goes below 14:30. That jump right there is pixel perfect. So like I said, you have to miss 3 checkpoints. It's really easy to pick up the first one, and it's easy to pick up the second one. It's free to not pick up the third one. Yeah, I don't know if they still have an item where you can duplicate your nuts, but because the in-game currency is nuts, they have an item called Nut Replicator, which I think is like the worst freaking name for it. If you get that item, you're pretty much set in stone, because it's every time you end a level and you have nuts in your currency, it'll multiply those by 2, and obviously you can get more than 1 and they all stack, so you can only imagine if you have 5 of them and you only have like 50 nuts in the beginning, freaking it's already multiplying 50 times 5. You can pretty much buy any upgrade you want. Yeah, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but it's called Nut Replicator, unless if they change the name. Like, I was playing it on stream, and I'm like, Nut Replicator? Like, really? Yeah, I have not played that game in a while. And the reason why you can't go above the, the reason why you can't go above the fly is because he'll end up killing you, and what's above the fly is an actual wall, so the wall is moving up as the screen scrolls up. It makes sense that I lost 6 seconds here, by the way. That's the cause of changing routes. Because I was hoping that if the higher you went up, the faster the frog went, but what's above the fly is an actual wall, and you can't go beyond it anyways. You have to wait for the damn thing to scroll up. So Oh, right here, Sakana Cow. If you're still here, you can actually see me clip inside of the cat. And I'm jumping to clip out of the cat.
Hi there.
Like, instead of pressing left or right to pop myself out, I'm jumping so I don't get pushed. And when you jump, you obviously don't get pushed, you just pop yourself back out. So we'll see if this gets desynced. It shouldn't? But we'll see. So we're at a 1447. I should definitely be saving time to this boss. I don't know how much though. My my current time says I can save 2 seconds. I'm gonna hope that I get at least 5. But I should be getting like 8. It just depends on how well I did before, because this time I'm doing everything first try. As you can tell, the blooper is butt stomping as soon as he can. Yeah, see, I'm not getting any of it. Which also makes sense. 1447. It does make sense. It took me a long time, a long ass time to finally figure out how to escape that damn fly. You have no idea how many times that fly ruined runs, whether if it was a PB or not. But yeah, I managed to save no time on blooper, which is weird. But it could also be the case of changing routes. But as you can tell, that's at least 22 seconds faster than you can actually do it in real time. Which, in my case, I still say you can go below 15 minutes. There should be an easy 10-second time save in there. Which I'll be attempting. I'll be doing any percent RUDD as soon as I'm done here. But yeah, I hated that fly, man. I wish there was something to say about this boss fight, but there just isn't. I might have pushed it too early. A 1446. That might have been a 1447, to be honest. So technically speaking, that's as fast as you possibly can go. With a 13:23:23. Awesome. That's cool, man. So I put a theoretical 1454 with basically like 90% of the time save is coming from the very first split, which is Rabbit. Because you're taking the very first platforms that you can take, and then you're getting the fast penguin, and you're getting the fast rabbit kill, which you can technically do in real time, but it's stupid hard. I've never done it, but you can't do it. I mean, it was hard enough to task the damn thing, let alone actually do it. Because you're saving 17 seconds on the very first split. And then you go down because of frog. Again, my guesstimate as for why that's happening is because at first I was doing frog split first and then going to rabbit. But I ended up switching it because I ended up saving time on those platforms / resetting time by doing the rabbit first and then frog. But I honestly don't know. Like, I wouldn't be able to answer that question. That's where the two routes change. You can either do frog first and then risk dying at rabbit, or resetting at rabbit because of the slow platforms, um or you can do rabbit first and then raccoons, because both rabbit and raccoons have a massive chance of resetting, and then doing frog in the middle of the split to try and get the 2 pixel frames that the route has. But that's pretty cool.